Today I want to tell you a little story. I want to tell you a story about how things in the past come full circle into the future. And so I remember when I was in dental school, this was 25 plus years ago. When I was in dental school, I would go and visit my grandmother, and my grandmother would tell me some things that I thought were totally crazy. My grandmother used to say that sugar is like the ultimate evil. Sugar causes all of these problems. And I used to say, Grandma, I think you're mistaken. I really think fat is the problem. Because in dental school, we were being taught what was conventional wisdom at that time when we were in this, heart of the low-fat movement. And I would say, but Grandma, cholesterol is really dangerous and, will cause heart disease, and you need to eat more carbs and less fat and, lean protein, all of this stuff. And what I realize now, looking back 25 years later, is that Grandma was 100% correct. That everything she said turned out to be totally true. So things like sugar is inflammatory. Sugar will make you sick. Sugar will make you fat. All of these things are 100% true. Sugar will raise your insulin. Insulin will cause your body to store that fuel as fat on your body. It'll turn that sugar into triglycerides and then store it away in your fat cells. So Grandma was 100% right on that. The other thing she used to say that I thought she was insane, because we were all doing margarine at that time, because we were told that butter will make you fat and butter will make you sick and butter will cause cardiovascular disease. And what she used to say to me, she would actually give me money. She would give me like $1.50 or something to go out and buy butter and not eat margarine. And I'd say, but Grandma, margarine has no cholesterol and has no, none of this bad stuff in it, all this fat that's going to clog my arteries. And she would say, Mark, the thing that you should eat butter. You should eat lard. You should eat, you should cook with fat, chicken fat. She used to have a jar of chicken fat in the fridge at all times, and she would use that chicken fat to make things with. And she would fry stuff in it. And it turns out now that was the smartest thing she could have ever done. That's the smartest thing you could ever do. All of these seed oils and all of this crap in the bottle that you're spraying out, the PAM and all of that stuff. It's horrible. And then we heat it in a pan that oxidizes that stuff and creates formaldehyde, creates stuff that I actually use to store biopsies away and send for pathology, because it's a preservative, it's a fixative, and it kind of locks stuff in. And I don't know about you, but I'm not eating formaldehyde. I'm not drinking formaldehyde. But you are getting that when you use the PAMs and the seed oils and the canola oil and the corn oil and the safflower oil and all of those things. So Grandma was 100% right. She didn't fear salt. She moderated salt, but she didn't fear salt. She didn't fear fat at all. And what ultimately turned out to be true is fat is healthy for you. Fat doesn't make you fat. Sugar makes you fat. Sugar puts fat on your body. Fat doesn't do that. All right? If you eat it in excess, then yes, of course, it'll store as fat. But if you're eating lots of fats and proteins and you're not eating carbs, or minimizing those carbs to a great extent, your insulin will be very low, and those fats that you're eating are actually burned as energy instead of being stored away as fat on your body. So Grandma was 100% right. You should go back and you should talk to your grandma. You should talk to your grandpa. You should talk to the people that lived 50, 60, 70 years ago, because they had it right. They knew what was the real deal. And they were healthier. Heart disease didn't become the number one killer in America and worldwide until the last 100 years. We've been eating one way for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years, if not millions of years. And it's only in the last 100 years did we start to suffer from all these chronic diseases. Well, why is that? The reason is we started eating tons of carbs. We started eating processed foods. We started eating tons of sugar. And even if you're not adding sugar, the scary thing is our food environment is toxic. Every company is putting tons and tons of added sugar into all the meals. If you look, and sugar has like 50 different names. If you look in the list of ingredients, you'll find sugar and many of the synonyms in there. And you'll realize that sugar is added into everything that we do. So listen, go back, listen to your grandma. Listen to what she's telling you, because ultimately she's right. So thank you so much for watching. Go talk to your grandma, and I'll see you in the next video.